Hi, I'm Claire, and today I will be talking about integrating the arts into my third grade science class. My standards are construct an argument with evidence that in a particular habitat, some organisms can survive well, some survive less, and some cannot survive at all. In music, we will use developmentally appropriate singing voices, sing melodies accurately, and physically demonstrate macro and micro beats. In visual arts, we will apply acquired knowledge and skills to the creative problem solving process. In theater and dance, we will develop designs that use visual and aerial elements to convey environments that support text. In our overview, the learner will be able to compose melodies with appropriate singing voices and be able to differentiate between micro and macro beats. In visual arts, the learner will be able to use different techniques with watercolor to paint an animal's habitat, and in theater and dance, the learner will know how to demonstrate different animal habitats. For my music integrated lesson, I will start by explaining to my students what a habitat is and what the differences in habitats there are. I will then explain what a macro and micro beat is. The beats are determined by the length of them. A macro beat is a long pulse, and microbeats are the short pulses between macrobeats. At this time, I will have my students practice finding the difference in beats and then practice their appropriate singing voices. Once we are done, I will hand out the directions for their project, which will be making their own lyrics with macro and micro beats to construct their arguments of why animals survive or don't survive in the habitat that they live in. Next, I will give them time to work on this in class and then have them record their lyrics at home. At the end of the week, we will watch all of their videos. Since the students will already know the difference of habitats and what makes them survive, I will jump into a slideshow that shows different types of habitats. I will then go over the different types of art techniques and make sure that the students understand them. At this time, I will also hand out art supplies and let the students experiment. Once they have wrapped up, I will tell them that their final project is painting an animal of their choosing's habitat. I will explain that they must use all of their techniques that I have shown them today in their painting. I will then give them time to start their project in class. Today I will be showing you a couple watercolor techniques. I'm going to grab my water, load my paintbrush, paint. Then I take a pinch of salt and sprinkle it on there. This will soak up all the water. We'll then grab more color, blue, because I'm going to try and make some clouds. You're going to take some toilet paper and dab it over to make it clouds. I will then move into their theater and dance integrated lesson. Instead of showing paintings of habitats, I will show images on how people have created habitats with their own bodies. I will explain the difference in the habitats and how they were created. Next, I will tell my students that we will be making our own habitats with our own bodies. But first, we will get started with a game of freeze dance to get their creative minds flowing. After a couple rounds of freeze dance, I will explain the game we are about to play. In total, we will make up 3 to 5 different habitats. While they are doing so, I will be taking pictures to show them what they look like. And in the end, I will wrap up with fully showing them their pictures. And then these are the resources that I have used.